go live with the other phone when it does that like that. Okay. Okay, y'all. So let's share this live right quick. I'm live here. I'm gonna tell you guys this story. I'm not gonna back up. I'm gonna be telling y'all this. I'm gonna be telling y'all everything every day. I'm going live. I'm breaking my silence, and I pray to God that God lead me through this. That this is the right thing to do. I'm tired. I'm tired. I can't do this anymore. I can't stay silent anymore. So, with that being said, oh God, I don't want to be over there. I'm getting. I'm giving people a couple minutes to come in. I'm giving people a couple minutes to share this live before we get into this live. I'm sorry if we are delayed and I'm not jumping right into it, but I got other people that's on their way here. So if you guys can just take this, share to this live, because we're gonna be here for a little minute. I have a lot to tell y'all, and this is true story. Everything is true. Okay, ain't no to the best of my knowledge shit. This is the honest to God truth of what I'm telling you, and it's my story, my truth. This ain't nothing for content. This ain't nothing made up, and it ain't a skit. I am mad, and I'm about to tell the whole world these jobs ain't loyal. Let me go live on this other phone. I'm really upset. I'm really upset. I'm trying to share this live, girl. I'm so upset. Y'all just don't even know how upset I am. I just posted the check on Facebook. I'll put it on here too. You know what I'm saying? So I know y'all about to run over there. Mad you, I resigned from the job not too long ago. Okay? Thank you, baby. I love you so much. I'm just thank God that I'm here. Thank God I got an attorney. Thank God my attorney was on my side. And I thank God that attorney was working for me. Because without that attorney, your girl would be locked up. And I'll be locked up, probably facing charges. That's what the company wanted. But the thing about it is I never did nothing to this company. I've been always nice to this company. I'm going to tell y'all every day. I'm going to tell y'all every day about this company. I'm going to tell y'all stuff that I did that I wasn't supposed to do. I'm about to tell everything. I don't care. I'm going to tell y'all about how they put our life in jeopardy, how they put my life in danger. I'm telling everything now. I wasn't going to do it. I swear I wasn't going to do it. I swear to God, it's been over a year. You know what I'm saying? And I left the job over 3 months ago, 2 months ago, 3 months ago, however, a month ago, 2 months ago, however. I've been left the job. But like I said, I never came on this live. I never said anything about this job. And y'all know I love content. Y'all know I love to talk. Y'all know I love to tell my business. Y'all know I just love to do stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I'm like, nah, this ain't it. I ain't gonna do this. I ain't gonna do that. I'm not gonna tell them, I'm not gonna chime in with them on this, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna let bygones be bygones and let things just go ahead and be what it is. No big deal. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I was gonna do. That was my plan. They just go ahead and let bygones be bygones and things let it do what it do. That's just it. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what's wrong with my phone. It's just, I don't know. It just don't like to act up and it's bad. So, let me turn this heat down. I don't know if y'all know who I am or whatever, but I'm comedian T Lit. Okay? So, I'm gonna tell y'all, and I'm gonna start to tell y'all. I don't even need Facebook. I'm not even doing Facebook. Let's throw them in the garbage. This is YouTube only. Okay. So I'm so mad. I'm so mad. I'm trying to calm myself down. I'm so upset. Take a breath. So, okay, so I'm trying to see where it started at. So okay, me and the job had some difficulties up the road or whatever, you know what I'm saying? So, so, something that occurred or whatever where, I didn't find, I mean, the job had did something to me that I didn't like, right? Or, it was an incident that happened causing me to pursue charges on my job, okay? So, I retained me attorney to pursue charges against this job, okay? Now let me tell you how bad the job was and how bad the job was. And the job ain't right. I'm gonna tell you right now, they ain't right. So they I had got an attorney, right? So my attorney called the job, was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? We got this person here that's allegedly saying that this happened, that happened, this and this and this and this and this and that happened, right? So they was like, wait. You're like, yeah, this person said this, and that happened. So they was like, we don't. So I guess corporate, whatever, it's like, we don't know about this. We not aware of this. Da 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 da. What do? So the attorney letting them know, well, I got, what I need to have evidence and proof. You know what I'm saying? And I can, whatever. So when he told them that, they hung up on him. So he need to call them back to get some approvals from them or whatever. They stopped answering the phone for him. So he had to call. He had to file motions and stuff like that to get a judge to, to get them back to responding again. So something how he had, I don't know, something he did. I don't know how they did that. But anyway, they start back responding again. So he ended up starting getting a call back from them again, right? So he got the call back from them, and they said, well, we working on, seeing what's going on with the situation or whatever. So he like, okay, well, make sure y'all call me back at this, at this number, da 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 da, would do to make sure you guys are taking full responsibility of the situation. So it's okay. We'll call you back. They never called him back. So he needed some more authorizations or some to talk to him about, the case or whatever. They stopped answering the phone again. They start hanging up in his face when they did talk to him. So anyway, speed up. He went to do what he had to do, and we had to get a judgment. So the judge, you know, synced the case out, heard the case. I don't know how he did it, whatever. Shout out to the judge. Synced it in my favor. So the judge put it, said, okay, well, he awarded us the case, right? He granted us the case. So we won the case. So now they had to pay up the money, right? So they had to pay up the money. So they was like, I guess they was so mad because they lost the case, that they had a vengeance out for me. You got what I'm saying? Because I'm like, I never did nothing to nobody. Nobody at the front office knows me besides the lady that hired me. She the only person know me. So if she went talking to them about me behind my back, then that's wrong for her. You know what I'm saying? Because she don't want me to go and tell them how she run that business and how she run that business with one or two peoples. It should be ran with four peoples. How that business got robbed several times while I was there, and then how the business attempted got robbed several times while I was there. So we don't want to talk up. She don't want to go there, but I'm gonna tell that too anyway. So that's another story. All right. So um, I gotta go back to my story because y'all making me lose my focus. So we waiting on the check, waiting on the check, waiting on the check, waiting on the check. They line. My attorney calling them, calling them, calling them, calling them. They ain't answer the phone. They ain't answer the phone. So my attorney like, we can't get in touch. We can't get in touch with him. So he finally get in touch with him one day out the clear blue, calling him whatever. He talked to him whatever. So he like, yeah, y'all got so many days to mail us this check. So they had so many days to mail the check. After that, they can get, consequences or whatever can happen or whatever. I don't know the consequences. I don't know. They just, you know, it's something else can go on, you know what I'm saying, if it's not mailed out by the original date. So they didn't have the check mailed out by the original date. So they said on the check that I posted over there on Facebook, they said that that check was mailed out December the 13th. That check was mailed out December the 13th, but just not getting here in January. The check is 6 weeks behind. Okay. So you mail the check out and it took you 6 weeks to mail a check out. What they did is they're lying, guys. They post dated the check. Oh, let me go back live on Facebook, then we'll go live. They post dated the check. And I don't want to have to say all this over again. I'm not gonna do this all over again. They should have been on it. Shoot, I don't like all this now. You know. Let me see. Maybe I had to redo it. Um, I tried to go live with them just a minute ago. It didn't work. I don't know why it didn't work. I'm live now. I was live with them earlier. I don't know what happened. See, Facebook be tripping and stuff, and they be want me to come go live, and they want me to go live and stuff, but they don't never come and tap in. I don't know if this the signal, the reason why they don't tap in or what. I don't know if it's my phone. I don't know what's going on. Let me see if I can see this live. It don't look right neither. I really. Um. Okay, so let me finish what I was talking, saying what I was saying. So anyway, y'all, as I was saying, so my attorney had been calling them and calling them and calling them and asking them like, when is y'all gonna have her check ready? When you gonna have her check ready? So they was like, they lied to the attorney, right? And so the attorney, oh, we sent that check. We been sent that check out. That check been sent out. So the attorney's like, if you been sent the check out, Where is it? I don't know, but we sent it out to your firm. So the attorney said, well, we got several firms. We got firms all over. You know what I'm saying? If you could tell me just what firm you sent it to, I can call that firm and locate it and retrieve it. They hung up in his face. Once again, this is the most rudest company, and they like that. This company is like that. They the most rudest company ever. And like I said, I'm gonna tell y'all everything how while I was employed with them. I wasn't gonna do this. I wasn't going to do this. I resigned. I got the paperwork. I resigned from the job. I left peacefully from that job. I resigned for that job like 2 months ago. And y'all know I never came on live and say anything about that job. Bad, good. I never even mentioned the job. Okay. Y'all know this. Y'all know I love content. Y'all know I'm a content creator. But for some reason, I'm like, I'm just at peace right now. I'm happy with myself. I get my time now. I was just trying to be cordial and lead a job and let bygones be bygones. You know what I'm saying? No, the job didn't want they didn't want that. They didn't want that. For some reason, they just wanted to be content. Because when you sat there and gave me a check and I go up into a bank with a check, let me tell you about this check. So I go into the bank to cash the check, right? See, let me tell you how God be working on my side too. So I go in the bank and cash the check, right? So I'm in there, cashing check. The lady taking a long time and stuff. I'm like, dang, she's taking a long time. Lady sat there at the computer and she kept looking at the screen and she kept doing this. I'm like, what's she looking at? You know what I'm saying? So I'm still sitting there normal because I ain't did nothing. You know what I'm saying? I'm still sitting there normal. Like, I ain't did nothing, shit. I'm cool. So the lady is at the computer, right? I'm in front of her, the teller, the bank teller. So she at the computer, the bank teller looking at me out her, like she's typing on the computer, but she's looking at me out the corner of her eye. And right now, I'm getting a little nervous because I'm like, why is she checking me out at the corner of her eye and still typing real fast on this computer? This don't seem right. So she typing real fast. And I say, is something wrong? She said, she looked at me. She said, Max, where you get this check from? I said, I got it from my attorney. She said, oh. Started typing on the computer again. She said, She looked at the computer like this. She said, I said, what's wrong, ma'am? She said, it's weird. She said, this check that you has says deposit only. She said, I never seen that before. She said, people that come here cash checks is never a deposit only on a check, especially when you're getting it from a lawyer, like you say you got yours. It's usually cashable. But this check you're giving me is not even cashable. It says deposit only. Then she said, and you know what's so strange? This check has a stop cash on it. I said, what? She said, yes. Stop cash. I said, wow. She said, is there anybody you can call that I can talk to? Because my manager because I just sent the note to my manager. He's coming down and he's going to want to talk to somebody. I say, yeah, let me call my attorney. So I call my attorney, no answer. Call my attorney, no answer. I look around the bank. Here go the police coming out of nowhere around the bank. They surround the doors. They surround everywhere that they think that I guess I can run out of and stuff like that. So then they coming up to me or whatever. I'm like, y'all don't got to touch me, nothing like that. I'm gonna get this straightened out. I say I ain't stole nothing. I'm not no criminal, and I know that these are y'all part of y'all protocols and stuff. It's like, oh no, we straight. So they looking at the teller like, I guess because the teller supposed to get in the word if they gonna whatever they gonna do to me, whatever. And the teller like, oh yeah, just call him for me, because I need to talk to him. I need to ask him some questions. You know what I'm saying? So I'm calling. Bam, no answer from the attorney. I call a second time. Another, one of his, because my attorney has teams, okay? So I called one of his team, his teams. I got three people's number from my attorney team. I called another one. Bam, no answer. Called this last one. Bam, no answer. Now I'm getting scared. I'm getting butterflies. I'm like, oh my God, I'm going to jail. I'm this scared now, right? First, I wasn't scared. I called three peoples in front of this lady, and she looking like, It's just after the holidays, and it looks like I'm trying to basically get all my holiday money back by coming here bringing y'all a fake check, right? So she like, well, you sure you can get check? Somebody say, ma'am, please just give me a minute. I'm got to call the office because I say somebody got to answer this phone. She like, all right, like I now I'm getting so scared. I'm getting weak now on my knees. I'm getting so scared. I'm getting weak. So I'm like, can I go over there and sit down? She like, oh yeah, yeah, go over there and sit down. I come over there. It's four police come right behind me. They sitting right there next to me. Well, they ain't sitting next to me. They just standing up. They ain't stand. I told them to stand back away from me because they make me nervous when they stand too close. I say, y'all can cover the door or do whatever y'all do, but just don't stand too close to me because I would get nervous and freak out. I already know y'all waiting to put handcuffs on me, but it's not going to happen because my attorney is going to verify this for me. So chill out. Now, and I'm nervous telling the police this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm sitting on a little couch thing and the thing. I'm calling somebody like, yeah. So I got in touch with, the operator. Telling the operator, like, look, operator, because every law firm, they has an operator. The operator can get, so I'm telling the operator, like, I gotta get in touch with somebody. I gotta speak to somebody. I gotta speak to somebody head up. Give me the owner, give me somebody. Because my attorney, his team, and none of them is not answering the phone. I'm about to go to jail if I don't talk to somebody come and verify this for me. So she like, okay, let me transfer you somebody. So she transferred me to somebody real high up in the company, like over finance, like the higher supervisor you can go over the finance company in the attorney department. So now I got somebody. Okay, so I'm talking to him like, sir. He like, give me your information. I gave my information, you can look up the case or whatever. And I'm like, he like, now tell me what's going on. So I say, sir, I got all these police in front of me. I'm about to get ready to go to jail. They gave me a check, and y'all gave me a check, but this check is not good. The check says deposit only. I said, this check cannot even be cashed. It says the lady, I say, I'm at the bank with the lady. I got like four police surrounding me right now. I've been detained for 2 hours. He said, what? I said, yeah. He said, hold on, man. Let me look. He said, let me put you on hold for me. I said, no, please don't put me on hold, sir. If I hang up, I'm going to jail. These people think I'm playing. He said, no, if you don't hang up, I'll make sure I call you back. He said, I got to get into your case. I need to see if I can get in touch with your attorney so I can ask them what's going on, because I need, he said, I'm gonna get some verification for you. You know what I'm saying? Just hold on. I got your number. If it hang up, I'm gonna call you right back. I say, please, sir, if it hang up, please call me right back, because if you don't, I'm gonna be in jail and y'all not gonna come get me. He said, okay, I got you. I'm not gonna let you go to jail, man. That's okay. So he didn't hang up on me. He went try to call my attorney, He couldn't get in touch with my attorney. He said, okay, I couldn't get in touch with your attorney. He said, can I speak to the bank teller? And I'm like, yeah. So I gave the telephone to the bank teller, right? And the bank teller, he basically told the bank teller, like, yeah, we did give her that check, and he got paperwork on the check, and he's like, she has paperwork on the check. And then they was like, well, where's the paperwork at? So he said, give her back the phone. He's like, Miss Moore, do you remember that? Remember that envelope we gave you? That's the paperwork you need to show them on that check. He said, if you show them that paperwork, they'll let you go, because that paperwork is referring back to us that we gave you that check. That check is from us, and anything that's going on with the check, we have to find out what's going on. But we have to get into. I have to talk to your attorney because I'm not your attorney. I have to talk to your attorney to find out what's going on. But anytime we attorney, we attach a check, we attach paperwork with it. So you have paperwork. Where's your paperwork at? I said, oh, I think it's in the car. Bam. He said, go out to the car to get that paperwork and show her too, and they gonna let you go. So I had to go out to my car. The police come out to the car with me. They all around like, do you gotta get in and sit down? I said, no, just leave me alone. So I just reach in, get the paperwork, go back in the bank. The police follow me back in the bank. I show the teller paperwork. The teller takes the paperwork to the branch manager. They all looking at the paperwork like, wow, she's telling the truth. And the bank manager came out there like, I'm sorry, this happened to you, you know what I'm saying? And I'm sorry. I hope you can get this straightened out or whatever, whatever. But, he's like, I didn't mean no harm and nothing like that. He said, but as protocols, we had to, take this as ill, because he said what was red flagging is that when you told my teller that you can call somebody, you called three peoples and you couldn't get in touch with them in her face within 3 minutes. You called, like he said, like within a 5 minute period of time, you called three people and nobody answered. He said, do you understand what I'm saying? I said, I understand what you're saying, sir. I understand. That's probably how the scams work. That's probably how all that work or whatever, whatever. But I'm just not one. I'm not a scam artist. Never been a scam artist. You know what I'm saying? Never, ever been a scam artist. I would never, ever come in the bank right on the new year with a fake check. I have a lot of kids, grandkids, a house. I have a career. I'm an artist. I does music. I got something to live for. Okay, I wouldn't dare come in this bank to do nothing fraudulent to go to prison for. You don't understand. I'm sorry this happened to you, and I hope you get this straightened out. And he gave his boys the eye like, she good, get away. They all just walked away. You know what I'm saying? They just walked away. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how y'all do it. Like, y'all got these dogs trained. The police, he gave them eyes like, y'all good. Y'all can walk away. You know what I'm saying? They just walked away. You know what I'm saying? Like, they just came out. Like, you know how when you go to somebody else, how the roaches come out? Yeah. And then when you start spraying, they start running. That's how it was. So I was like, wow, that's crazy. But I got into my car and I was I was kind of relieved that my attorney, well, it wasn't my attorney, it was somebody else in the office helped me. You know what I'm saying? But whoever the guy helped me, he got in touch with my attorney. So as I'm driving home, it was about, I'm like 10 minutes, maybe 15 minutes in. My attorney, my original attorney, called me like, oh my God, Miss Moore, I just found out what happened. He said, I'm so sorry. He said, I apologize. He said, let me tell you this, Miss Moore. He said, I'm so sick of this company. He said, look, I've been trying to do the best I can. He said, I don't know what's wrong. He said, I asked that company, Miss Moore. He said, it's our job. We cannot give a client a check if the check is not checked out. He said, my lawyer told me. He said, I gave them a piece of paper. He said, Miss Moore, I have it in writing. He said, I have my proof in writing. He said, I asked them, is this check a good check for my client to cash? And they said yes. He said, I have he said that check, they validated that check in writing to my attorney. They validated. They said to my attorney, that is a good check that we gave you to give to your client. Because he said, my attorney said, as a law firm, we don't just get the check from them and give it to you. That's not how we do. That's not how it goes. You know what I'm saying? We get the check, we call them, we verify, make sure the check is able to be cashed. Then we call you to come pick up the check and get your check. But we don't just do hand to hand like that. You know what I'm saying? That's not how we do it. And he simply told me nicely, I got it in writing. My attorney has it in writing that this company, Job One USA Insurance Company, told them that check was good for me to cash, and it wasn't. I went to go cash that check, and I'm not lying. I still got the check. I went to go cash that check. The lady said to me, ma'am, this check is for deposit only. Meaning I couldn't cash it if I wanted to. Then she turned around and said, man, they got to stop cash on this check. Do y'all know what a stop cash mean? That's all the way bold. The check is all the way bold. Ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The check is all the way bold. And it's my thing is that this is a multi-million-dollar company I'm dealing with. You know, and you playing with little old me? Why little old me got y'all millionaires up shook? Why little old me got you millionaires shook? Huh? What make you millionaires play with little old me? What I do? I went to work every day. I was a good worker. I did above and beyond. I even went the extra mile for the job. I did everything I could do for this job nicely. And then y'all turn around and do this to me. This is why I tell y'all these jobs ain't loyal. I'd rather be out here on doing anything. Anything else besides God. Atlanta don't write chat. Let me get you off of here, Jackson, because you're not talking making sense. I gotta probably block you or something because you're not making sense. I didn't say that. Yeah, don't come here trying to confuse me. So, my thing is this is that this job has played me to the left, and I'm going to report them to the Business Bureau. I'm going to report them to the Attorney General. I'm going to call every news station I can call. And the crazy part about it, I wasn't going to do it. I was not going to do this. I did not want, all I wanted them to do was post my money and let me be. I did not want to go and I didn't want these people to be content. I did not attempt for them to be content. I really didn't. But since y'all not answering my lawyer calls, maybe you could answer the Attorney General call, or maybe you could answer the Business Bureau rating that they about to give y'all after I sit there and tell the Business Bureau about y'all. You know what I'm saying? Any company, any job give you a fake check, what would be your purpose of doing that? I mean, do you got the money? Do you not got the money? Yeah, you got the money. Is it personal? What did I do to you? I mean, what? I just want to answer. I mean, I'm the person involved, and I just think y'all deserve to tell me, why would you do that? Why? Ain't no mistake. Let's stop the mistakes, because my lawyer been bugging y'all for months and months and months to post the check. Y'all been hanging up in his face. Y'all been not talking to him. My lawyer is a good lawyer. Him and his team. And I thank God for them. Shout out to my lawyers and his team. They've been doing their big one. They've been doing their due diligence, trying to help me much as they can. They've been on it. They've been applying pressure. They've been on their neck. But it's only so much you can do when the person's sitting there blocking you out. Then the lawyer got to go and petition the courts to get a judge to go talk to them, you know, and see if a judge can get a response out of them, you know. Like, why would y'all do that? And they falsifying paperwork is insane. That's all they ever did since I was with that company, is falsified paperwork. Kimberly, this don't have nothing about this. Do not have nothing to do with no. This is not about Facebook, okay? This is about somebody else. This is not about no Facebook. Facebook ain't got nothing to do with this. So I don't know where y'all getting this from. So this ain't about that. This ain't that. I don't know what y'all talking about. This ain't that. So, um, yeah. So my attorney, it been applying pressure. I ain't gonna lie. My attorney been doing that big one. You know what I'm saying? My attorney been, contacting the company and whatever. My thing is this is that it's a lot going on at that job. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, the security job. I don't know why. I don't know. It took one dummy to come on here and say that, and everybody's saying that. And I'm not saying you a dummy, Kimberly, because you didn't know. You just came in, but I blocked the dummy that started that rumor. That it took that Jackson dude started that rumor, and that was not true. So yeah. So now I just decided maybe I go public, and maybe I can get the attorney general in. Maybe I can go to the Business Bureau and report them, and maybe I can start reporting them so I can get a response. Maybe they'll start answering the phone for my attorney then. Maybe they'll post me a right check then. You know what I'm saying? Because you already posted my check a long time ago, and I still don't got my check. I got a fake check that I can't cash. A fake check I can't cash. So yeah, tonight I will be on the. Tonight I'm gonna email the attorney general, and I'm gonna email the Business Bureau about this job. He's still on here. How he get on, girl? How he get on here? Let me go ahead and block him. Let me see. Okay, I blocked him, honey. I blocked him. I don't know what's funny. I don't understand. I don't know what's his problem. But I blocked him because there's nothing funny about this situation. Like, this is real. Like, this is real life stuff. Like, and this don't have nothing. This is about my job. You know what I'm saying? That I work for. I did security for this job for over a year. This is about my security job. This don't have nothing to do with that. I don't know where he getting off with that at, but this is about my security job that I had. And I resigned from the job. I actually signed the paper, a resign paper, and I resigned from the job because, you know what I'm saying, when you in a lawsuit with a job, you can't just work for the job and sue the job. You have to resign from the job eventually. So eventually I had to resign, and I even resigned from the job, you know what I'm saying? By leaving the job. You know what I'm saying? I've been gone for a while, but see, I think the job thought that maybe, oh, she's gonna need our money. She probably don't got no money, pay her bills. She probably gonna be homeless, and we just wait to pay her money, whatever, whatever. I don't know what they thought, but they don't know. I'm a child of God, baby, and God got me, baby. I'm still living in my nice, big, beautiful home, boo boo. Hmm? The job don't know I had money before the deal. Hmm? It ain't about the money. It's about the way you're doing and you're going about this. You understand what I'm saying? The vehicle's about to turn off. It's a timer on here. that turns the vehicle off if the vehicle stays on too long. So I got the vehicle was been running for too long, but it's about to turn off in a minute. So and I didn't know it was on its way to be turned off, but it's doing this countdown to turn off. He should be gone now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Off. It shut down. The car shut off. It shut off. The lights and stuff came on and everything. It shut off. At that time it worked. It had this stuff down and shut off. Happy New Year's. What's your name, Candice? How you doing? Yeah, so I'm just like I said, I didn't want to come here to tell y'all this, but I gotta tell y'all this. And hate bad as I hate to do this, I'm gonna be applying pressure. I'm gonna be talking about this every day. I'm gonna start telling y'all now. I don't even know if I can get this. I don't even know. I don't even know how to turn the whole lights on this thing, y'all. So I don't know. I don't know if I can get the lights on back there. How they come on. I don't know. It's that thing too far back. Let me go way back. Hello? What are you doing? What you at? At home, where you at? All right. Some more live. All right, bye. Yeah, so I don't know how to really work them lights back there. I mean, it's some lights. I don't know how. I can't reach them way back there. I can't get way back there. I don't know how to reach that stuff. I don't know nothing about this car. But anyway, yeah. So like I say, at that job, it's kind of bold because they really, 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 really they just opened up a can of worms, put it like that. Because it's a lot that I endured at that job that I was not gonna tell y'all. It's a lot of things that happened at that job that I wasn't gonna tell y'all. It's a lot of times that job, my life was in danger at that job. I wasn't gonna even tell y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna tell y'all every day story time about the job that got me almost got me about the job that gave me a fake check. Okay? I'm gonna do story time every day. I'm on YouTube. Y'all on Facebook? Come on YouTube because this keep blinking in and out. Just come on over to YouTube, y'all. I'm on YouTube, Twerktee Famil YouTube. Cause that keep blinking in and out. I don't know why it's blinking in and out. I don't know people reporting it. Cause that's why I be off of YouTube too. Because people they just demonic, baby. They report you just to report you. You ain't even doing nothing. But I don't care because I don't care about nothing about that page anyway. I don't care about nothing on page because they ain't how I get my money anyway. So I don't care about that Facebook page, but it's just they so demonic over there. You know what I'm saying? I like YouTube because YouTube is more better. You can't come over here and just report because you jealous because I'm making money. You can't come over here to report because YouTube is really gonna look through it because YouTube. Like we want our money, you know what I'm saying? They're gonna really, really scan in and see where the flaws, where it violated at. If you don't violate, like baby, y'all keep our report because we ain't taking her down. She making us money. Stupid. And that's why I like YouTube. Shout out to YouTube. Anyway, so it was times that I worked there, and y'all know I worked it through the middle of the night. You know what I'm saying? And it was times that people didn't come in to work. You know what I'm saying? And when people didn't come in to work, um, my boss will only have me and one more person working, which is two peoples. So it's two people's working is working a shift, one in the front, one in the back. Now we supposed to have four people's working, three in the front, one in the back. That's fully staffed. Then the crazy part about it is that the company that I work for that they contracted with pays them $100,000 every year per guard. The company that I work for, just that one site that I was at, we had one, two, three, about, I say somewhere between about 10. We had like good 10 employees. Okay. So we had a good 10 employees just for that one alone. But when they make me work 2 days, when they make me and another person work hard, like they don't have nobody else come on shift with me. They make me work a shift by myself in the front. They make the person work a shift by themselves in the back. We gotta go to the bathroom. What we gonna do? We gotta leave the whole thing open to go to the bathroom because there's nobody to relieve us because it's only us two. So we worked. I worked like that plenty of days, and so some other people did too. I'm not gonna say their names. So some other people that I know of too did that too. They worked like that, like plenty days. Like we had to just close the booth down. Whoever walked through, they walked through. You know what I'm saying? And we had to go to the bathroom, and we weren't supposed to be working like that. But anyway, so one time with me and two workers, it was only three of us, postman, four of us. It was only three of us. So I'm up front working, with the ball. I was a supervisor, but I wasn't supervisor this night when this incident happened. It was this other lady supervisor. So it was an other lady in truck gate. So I told my supervisor, I said, let me go down here and relieve her from truck gate. You know what I'm saying? And see if she need to go to the bathroom. She said, okay. So I went down there in truck gate, see if she had to say, hey, hey, you know what just happened? I said, no, what happened? She said, a guy just walked through the yard. She said, a guy just walked through the yard with a towel and something wrapped around in his hand, looked real sharp. Like I guess a weapon or something. So he said he had a towel and saying something wrapped around the towel, looking long. I said, what? She said, yeah, he just walked through the gate. And I'm like, he walked through the gate past you? She said, yeah. I said, where is he at? She said, he's in the warehouse. He walked past her. Now, mind you, where we work at, this gate is a dead end. No, it's only factories here. Nobody else. So whatever happened to you, nobody. You know how they doing that thing on TikTok? Nobody would ever hear you. That's true. So, because we working at a dead end, and you got a booth with a whole woman in it all night at a dead end. Scary. So, and like I said, people used to walk about the woods because it's right by some woods. Now you got our booth here, woods there, factories over there. Factories over there making so much noise they cannot even hear you scream over here. Okay? So I'm like, wow. So um she like, hold on. Let me go in there. I'm like, go in there? You want to go after him? She like, I got to go in there and find out who he is. So I'm like, you're not supposed to pursue a person like that. You're supposed to call the police. So I said, get on the radio and you call the police. Mind you, we got officers on duty, on the duty with us. It's officers in the back of the building. It's a state trooper right there on the front when you come in. And it's supposed to be like two more officers positioned somewhere. But we got a radio, so you pick up the radio, you supposed to get the police. All right. Negative. So I'm like, just call the police. So she goes up in there to pursue the dude, right? So she told the dude, so she found the dude, right? Big dude, too. She little. She like, oh, sir, you can't be. He said, who you talking to? What? She said, dude started walking up on her. So she turned around and ran out the building and ran back to the gate. I said, I told you don't walk up on the dude. She said, girl, he started coming towards me. I just turned around and ran. Duh. You shouldn't have went to him the first. I told you. Radio the police, but nobody listened to me. So I'm calling to the supervisor up front, like, look, you need to get the police back here in this back gate because one of your workers and already went in there to pursue a strange man, 6 foot, weighing almost 300 pounds, with something wrapped up in his hand, like it's a towel he had wrapped up that looked like it appears to be blood on the towel. And he had a weapon inside his hand. We don't know what the weapon was because we couldn't see it because it was wrapped up inside the towel, but the towel did have, red spots or whatever on the towel. That's how she reported to me. So you need to get us a law enforcement back here at this truck gate because I'm back at truck gate with her. Mad you, I don't know who else might come out these woods. So she like, okay, all right. I said, no, get somebody now. So I'm like, all right, get on the radio while you on this phone with me so I can feel safe because I'm not feeling safe at this point. All right. So she on the phone like, yeah, we need a officer to the back. We need an officer to the back. We need an officer. I said, okay, thank you, appreciate you. Bam. Hang up. So I'm still sitting in the shed like a dummy, waiting for the next Jason Myers to come through. While my coworker run out there, ah! I'm like, what the? I'm like, man, I'm about to get in my car. At this point, I want to get my car bail out. You know what I'm saying? So God said, calm down. I got you. So I said, oh my God, what's going on? She said, girl, that's the big man. He turned around. I told him you gotta leave the building, sir. He turned around and said, who you talking to? He started walking towards me. She said, girl, I turned around and I ran. I'm like, you 60-some years old. You 60-some years old. You too old for this. Why is you sitting there chasing people? You not the police. You just a security guard, sister. You don't got no mace. You don't got no taser. You ain't got no flashlight. And you run up in here with this man got something wrapped up around him, on him, big. He with shorts on and it's cold outside. He not even dressed for the weather. He not even, this is not right. She like, yeah, call up there and tell old girl to call for help. I said, you late. I already didn't call her and told her to call for help. She said, where they at? I said, that's what I want to know. So the lady called the police to come to the back gate to assist us with an intruder that walked in on private property past security. No police ever came. Never came. 10 minutes go by. I'll call like, where's the officer? I mean, ain't they in the back of the building? She said, yeah, they're in the back of the building, but they're not even answering the radio. I say, they probably sleep. They get paid $60 an hour, the police, to just sit in the back of the building. And they be sitting ducked off behind trucks where you can't even see their car. They be sitting ducked off behind the garbage can. You can't see. They always ducked off. But baby, you ride through the building, you don't even see their car. Sleep. They come in there and sleep the whole 12 hours, making $60 an hour. I can't even lie to you if I wanted to. All right. So We like, what to do? What to do? She said, I don't know what to do. I said, well, I don't know what to do. Cause I'm not going to chase nobody. I'm not going after that man. That man 3, 6, that man is really, he nice and healthy and he's 6 foot. I'm not going after that man. So she said, he go the boss. Now we call the boss call us and I was like, y'all know the man y'all just described? He just came out through the front gate. What? She said, yeah, I said, well, why don't you get the state troopers to get him, stop him? So she went down there and she called the state troopers. So the state troopers stopped the man or whatever, whatever, whatever. The state troopers end up apprehending the same guy. This guy was on the premises, roaming on the premises for 30 to 45 minutes before the guy walked off the premises himself. And mind you, I heard my supervisor call the police on the radio because she called him in front of me, and nan police came to the truck gate to see about me or the lady. If that ain't in danger, what is it? But you people got protocols saying if something happened, and here go the police when they come in there and check in. How y'all doing? We doing fine. If you ever need me, I'm gonna be in the back of the building. Just call me on the radio. That's a lie. You call them police on the radio, they don't be there. It was another incident happened when I was supervisor. Another guy had got into a fight with another guy right in front of me. We called the no, dang, what happened? What happened was, this what happened. I'm in the front. But that did happen. The guy got into another guy, two guys got into a fight right in front of us. That did happen, but that was another day. The day I'm tell y'all the day I called the police. So they got this when people can't come in the building, they put their picture on the wall. I don't know if they did something bad, if they're criminals, I don't know what. Okay? Because I heard some stories about this stuff. So they put this man picture on our security window. They said, if you see this man, do not let him in the building. Call the police. So I'm like, what'd he do? What'd he do? I'm asking everybody worked there, not wanting me. And like, how y'all doing? Y'all think this guy? He was like, I know him. I said, what'd he do? He said, we don't know. Nobody know what this man did. But they telling me, do not let him in the building. If you see him, call the police. All right. So I'm whining, letting know, checking everybody IDs, doing my job. So I said, it was this one guy. He tried to slip past me. I said, where your ID? He said, huh? I said, where's your ID? He said, he got a wallet, right? He flipped his wallet over, showed me, and closed it. I said, hold on. That's not you on that ID. It is. It is. Get away from me. And he walked in the building. I said, why they do that? So that didn't sit right with my spirit, right? So now I got to report this. So I called like, yeah, I need the police to the front gate. I need the police to the front gate. This guy's walking in the building, right? Police to the front gate. Psh, no police to the front gate. So now I got a little partner. I got a partner here working with me. So I tell my partner, stay here. I'm going to the back to talk to old girl and see if she can go into the building and get me one of the supervisors so I can get them to run back the camera and see who this guy was or whatever, because this guy just went into the building with an ID that wasn't his. So he like, all right. So he stays there. He nervous and scared. But he stayed there to hold the fork down for me in the front while I'm back there with her. So I'm back there with her like, yeah. I say, I didn't get good vibes. Something was really weird. I say the way he told me that was his ID, he was really like aggressive with me. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that's your ID, why would you be so aggressive with me? Tell me don't get away from him, all this type of stuff. I'm like, I ain't even buy you. But all right, he just walked off. Like he wasn't nobody gonna touch him. He right, because I wasn't. I said, girl, I called the police. The police never came to the front gate. Then I'm in the back, and she said, well, stay right here. I'm going to go in there and get a supervisor and see if a supervisor can dial him out. She said, you know what he was wearing? I said, yeah, I know he was wearing. He was wearing dark this and dark that. And he had on a gray hoodie, a gray hat, da-da-da, woo. They said, wait. I said, yeah. And I described the man, right? They couldn't find out who this man was for hours. Then they kind of find out that this man that was led into the building was the man that was on the picture. Did you hear what I said? The man on the picture, they said, don't let him here. Call the police if you see, was the one that showed me somebody else's ID and accessed that building. How they know? Because they had to run those cameras back where we was at. And that's how they found out that was him. That man could have did I don't know what to me. If I would have probably walked after that man, he could have did I don't know what to me. But good thing I didn't. And like I said, guess what? I called the police on the radio. No police never came. All this type of stuff I'm just telling you just put me at danger. Those guards there is in danger. They don't have no type of, they just want a body. At this point, they just be wanting a body. They just want a body. I had a situation where a girl didn't even come to work for a whole week. She did no call, no shows. She did no call, no shows. I said, so I called the boss right at the front office. I'm like, this girl, she's like, oh, I'm firing her. She not coming back. Don't worry about it. I got somebody else I'm hiring. I'm like, good. Hire somebody's gonna stay at some, but however, do your thought this you hire. So she like, yeah, she's fired. She's fired. So okay, well, she's fired. So I'm over here working. They just sent the new girl in, do new girl in. Bam, new girl didn't work out. Sent somebody else. They sent about two new peoples in. Bam, they didn't work out. So now we on week number 3. Guess who come back up? Guess who popped back up? The girl that she said that was fired that did a week worth of no call, no shows. She said, why are you looking at that? I said, girl, I thought you was fired. She said, I was. She said she fired me, but she said that she ain't had nobody work this week. So she told me just to come on back to work. I said, you lying. She said, no, I ain't lying. She said that they fired her and then they didn't have nobody to work that week because she ain't had nobody, or nobody was able to work. So she said that she was desperate and she called that girl back. They did a week worth of no call, no shows. That right there knew that they was only one about it. I said, that's crazy. I said, that's crazy that she did that. She said, oh, you shocked about that? I said, yeah. She said, you ain't heard nothing yet. She said, I'm only gonna work about 2 weeks, and then when my taxes come, I'm out of here. She said, I'm waiting on my taxes to be deposited. She said, when my taxes come, I'm leaving. That she think I'm staying here. I'm not staying. I said, well, I don't blame you. You need to play her at her own game. And she said, you want to hear something else, fine? So what? She said, baby, you don't even gotta pass the background check because she gonna still hire you. I said, why you say that? She said, I sent my cousin up there to get a job, and she said, I know my cousin got a felony, and she hired my cousin. She said, my cousin got the uniform and everything. I said, you lying. She said, no. She said, I know my cousin got a felony. I said, you lying. She said, no. She said, she hired my cousin. She said, they don't do background. I said, you lying. She said, yeah. She said, and the drug tests, she said, one guy told me He said, baby, I smoke, I smoke, I smoke. He said he went there to do the thing. He passed everything except the drug test. He said the lady at the front office that hired you told them you failed your drug test, but I'm gonna say you passed your drug test. Just don't tell nobody on that site you didn't pass your drug test. I said, what you say? He said, yeah, she's letting on through. He said, I failed my drug test. She told me don't tell nobody. I said, why you telling me that? He said, cause I like you. You cool. Da 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 da. Woo woo. I think you cool peeps. This and that. I am cool peeps. I ain't gonna say nothing like that. Well, I am now, but I didn't then. You know what I'm saying? But and I'm like, you didn't pass the drug test, and she still let you here. He said, yeah. I said, okay. So at this point, anybody can be hired.
I don't like it.
Why? I figured.
She ain't do it right.
You like the picture?
She didn't do it right.
What did you don't like?
She didn't do it right.
Should have went to Benton.
She fucked me. I should went to Benta. Oh my goodness.
Don't cuss.
I was in the chair thinking about Benta.
Should have went to Benton.
I should have went to Benta. Next time I'm going to Benta. No doubts about it.
I don't know why you keep playing. I'm not ever going nobody else but Benton.
That's what I'm saying. I should have went straight to Benta. Benta would have got me right.
Yeah. And if you didn't like it, Benton would have redid you.
Yeah, I did not like it.
She ain't gonna redo you. Benton would have redid you. Benton was like, go home, take that out, and come back tomorrow, and I'll redo it. Benta would have redid it. That's why I keep telling y'all, go to Benta. Y'all be wanting to go to all these other peoples and stuff and everything, but they don't. These other shops and stuff don't do you. They would never do you like Benta. Benta do you with love. Benta do you with care. And Benta guarantee you a good hairdo. If one of her peoples do your hair wrong, Benta gonna say, take it out, and come back. I do it myself.
Right.
I'm going to do it myself because she own that shop. Right. She gonna say, I'm gonna do it myself, baby, and I'm gonna make sure you looking good for you leave here. Right. Take that out and I redo it myself. Right. She would have you go home, take that out, and come back to that shop and get your hair done again by her. That's why I go to Benta shop, because Benta gonna make sure I'm looking good. If I got anything, if it gotta be fixed or something ain't right, Benta go like, come up over here. I got you. She the only person do my hair. She don't let nobody else in that shop do my hair.
I ain't doing this shit again. I'm not doing this shit again. I need to buy me a bed.
That all the way down?
All the way. It's on the floor. We waking up on the floor now.
You want a Walmart?
Yeah.
All right, give me a minute. Let me go live.
All right.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, I forgot why I was at, y'all, but the job is just no good, and it's unsafe. It's unsafe for anybody, especially for women. And like I say, I'm telling y'all this from proof of working there. I'm telling y'all this from proof. I've been at that job almost 2 years, a year and 7 months. And I'm telling y'all from experience, and I got so much other stuff that I could tell y'all. When a lady ran up in there with her Mercedes Benz in the nude, oh my God, that's another story. I could just tell y'all stories on and on and on about this job. But the main thing that I want to just point out about this job is that they hired the lady in the front at desk in the front office at the main, not the main office, but the front office to do the hiring. She hired anybody. You can she'll pass your drug test. You don't got your background. You hiring felonies, you in danger our life. Because I'm thinking I'm working security. You know what I'm saying? Where everybody got past the background. Here, I'm over here gotta watch felonies walk into here, and then I gotta work with a felony. Oh nah. It's not safe at all. It's not safe at all. And like I said, I wasn't gonna say none of this. I wasn't gonna tell y'all none of this. But it's us up now. I'm telling y'all everything. I ain't even through. This part 1. Part 2, I'll tell you tomorrow. I'm telling you something every day. Every day I'm gonna talk to y'all until they post my check and until they tell my attorney, hey, we got her. Tell her stop. We got her. I'm telling y'all something every day about this job. Every day. I'm talking about them every day until I get my money. Until they start. And I'm I'm gonna keep posting and keep posting. I'm gonna tag the top right. Should no job just give me a fake check and have me humiliated, had me sitting there about to go to jail, had me sitting there looking like a criminal, and all that. Now check this out, y'all. He got a tripped out part. They thought I was gonna deposit a check in my bank because if I had to deposit that check in my bank, it was gonna bounce in my bank. I would have owed my bank that check amount a number. Whatever that amount was on that check, let's say for instance, it was $2,000 for instance. If I would have deposited that check in my bank, I would have owed that my bank $2,000 by that check bouncing, being a no not cash check. Number one. Number two, any money that I had in my bank being saved or whatever, the bank got automatically can snatch my money up to cover a bad check. Which means that if I would have put that check in my bank account, it could have put me in a hole. Then that could have put me under bad status with banking. When they could have put me in there as don't bank with her because she put bad checks in the account. You know what I'm saying? So that check could have cost me a lot of trouble with the banking system, period, that they could have put in the system up under me. And see, that job knew that. And they thought I was dumb. They thought she gonna take. They thought everybody take a check. They just deposit in their bank, wait till it clear, and get their money. No, that ain't how I did. I want my money now. I don't care if I gotta go to the check cashing place. I don't care if I gotta go where that check is from. I'm going. Anything I take to my bank is gonna be cash. I'm not taking no check to my bank if I know it ain't from a reliable source. And y'all was not a reliable source. Well, I knew y'all went on reliable source when you started playing with my attorney. When you start playing with my attorney, who plays with an attorney? That can put judgments against you and more judgments against you. You think because you a company that you above the law? You think you know the law? You think you smarter than my attorney? Are you dumb? No, it wasn't my fault. Thank God. But my thing is that when I went to that bank, that lady didn't know it wasn't my fault. That lady looked at me as a scammer. That lady looked at me as, baby, you done spent your money for Thanksgiving, for New Year's, and for Christmas, and you think you about to come over here and scam with a check like this and get your money back? That looked like a whole skin. Then you tell me, I could call somebody to help me. I could call somebody to help me. And I'm calling the ring, 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 no answer. Ring, ring, no answer. And she looked at me like, And you said right in my face and told me you could call somebody that can help you out this situation. And 3 people you called within 5 minutes and nobody answered. This just making me tired and a scammer. And embarrassment in my name, they should be resued. I don't care what nobody say. They should be resued. It should be some type of way I should be able to resue them bitches because I don't like this. I don't like none of this because you should never send me no bank with a bold check. I'm really mad about this. You don't do that. I would never do nobody like that. Like, that's just below the belt. And then you look bad as a multi-million-dollar company. You broke. You ain't never been sued before. That you gotta send somebody in there with a bold check. That's what they did to me. And that's not no lie. That ain't no skit. This is the truth. They sent me in a bank with a bold check and set me up for failure, sis. They wanted me out the game, but God was with me. Let me take this girl to the store, y'all. I'll be back. Come back tomorrow. I'm gonna tell y'all tomorrow. I'm gonna keep talking to y'all every day until I get my money. I'm gonna talk about these peoples. I'm tagging the attorney generals. I'm tagging the BBB. I'm tagging everybody every day. I want everybody on. I want everybody up on this. I'm making a video tomorrow. Every day, I'm gonna wake up and make a video about this and post it on Facebook. Every day, I'm gonna wake up and make a video about this and post it on Facebook. Every day, I'm gonna flood everybody timelines with videos about this, because this job I'm not gonna stop until it's viral. And I'm gonna pray to God that it go viral. that I could get somebody attention. I can get this job attention. I know you play with the wrong person. Every day I wake up, I'm going to talk about this job, the way they did me and sent me in the bank with a bold check. I'm not going to stop until the BBB determines your shut them down. Job 1 USA, shut down. They tried to ruin my life. They tried to ruin my life. I got proof. I got proof. I'm not telling y'all nothing to be telling y'all nothing. I'm not telling y'all nothing somebody told me. This ain't no third party information. This is 101. They did it to me. I am the victim. Comment below, y'all, what y'all think. What y'all think. Give me your suggestions. I want everything. Comment below. I'm gonna make a video every day. I'm gonna put it on Facebook every day. Put it on Facebook. I'm tagging the news, Churn Journal every day until they go viral. I want 1 million views on it. I'll see y'all later. Bye. I'm mad.